Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. We talk about everything on here. On this one, we getting into something with the U.S. economy that I want to talk about. That people don't know how deceptive this thing is. But before I get into it, disclaimer. Not hating on these people. These people are ambitious and you have to respect it. So the other day I was in the store that I frequent, and there was this guy I be talking to. He dropped something on me that I was like, man, that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. They just sitting there, man. Yeah, that was me that blew the horn because the light turned green. And I don't do what other people do. I ain't gonna blow it in 5 seconds. But what I heard about was this guy that I know that I go to a store. One of his workers told me that he bought a mansion for his cousins. Now get this, when he started prospering over here, he bought all his cousins, like a lot of his cousins over here, and he bought a mansion for his cousins, right? He bought a different mansion for his sisters and brothers and his parents, and then he bought himself one. So he bought 3 enormous houses out in another town. I'm not gonna say because they'll know who I'm talking about if any of them watch this. For his family. Now, do you have to do that? Of course not. Do black people and white people do that? Usually they don't. But that's the difference between some other cultures and U.S. culture. And he has a lot of his cousins working for him, and one of his cousins hit his head. He's building a car wash. His cousin hit his head, and he got stitches. He showed me his stitches. I said, man, you gonna sue the people? He said, I can't sue them. He said, and I'm not gonna sue my cousin. You know, so this is one reason why they make it, because one of them will come over here and make it, then the other one will be talking to him on the phone. So what I got to do, they'll break it all down. He'll come over here and do the same thing, and now he done made it. But here's what I want to talk about. I'm not hating on them by any means. I want to talk about, this is the thing that could possibly bankrupt the U.S. And I'm going to show you how. So, they're opening mad chickens everywhere, right? In Wisconsin. And they're foreigners. These dudes be at their money, man, and I respect it. But the point that I want to make and I want to emphasize is this gonna bankrupt the U.S. Because think about it. If they take over, like if people come over here from other parts of the world and they take over all the businesses and don't hire any Americans, right? And refuse to hire any Americans, even if they have openings, then what will happen possibly when companies start to shut down and people get a little more desperate and just say, well, I just need any job. But the jobs that's available, people are holding them for their cousins, people in their village, so on and so forth. This is going to bankrupt. This is why Americans got to get more business minded and stop being so job minded. Stop. It's too many of us that only will work one job. And they definitely ain't gonna hire us blacks But they sure I can show you where I'm at right now. It's a bunch of businesses, right? But hardly any of them is owned by blacks or whites. So this continues to happen. And black people, this is where we mess up, because a lot of us, I done seen dudes that'll kill another black in a heartbeat, but then try to be best friends with these guys that won't even hire you in the time of need. I see it all the time. And they'll go against other blacks for some of these guys that won't hire. So if this trend continues to happen though, if every time a business is for sale that hires blacks and whites, because I've seen it done. Another store, some other people that I know, the guy sold the store, and I was talking to the person that I know in there, and I said, he's gonna get rid of all of y'all, but he might not get rid of you though, because she was just the same nationality as him. And what happened? What y'all think happened? Another prophecy from the prophet. Didn't get rid of all of them. They got rid of some of them. Then the ones they liked it better, they transferred most of them to other stores and kept the one that was the same nationality. Now, another thing I told the person, I told her, I said, they gonna keep you, but they gonna work you way harder. You gonna work more hours. She said, I don't care. I need the money anyway. So what happened? What I said happened. Another prophecy from the prophet. Now, after a couple months, she's be complaining about how tired she is. She only gets one day off. But her money situation improved. And why does that happen exactly? Because now it's like when you're around people with money, sometimes it rubs off on you. And another thing that I noticed, a lot of these people, they don't respect black people like that. If they like you, they'll deal with you. But like if you just like a black customer, some of them, they don't respect black people like that. Like they be real gaslighty, sarcastic, some of them. You be looking at them like this one little dude, and I already know what he's saying. Like he makes fun of people who play the lottery. Well, listen, you make fun of people who play the lottery. Everybody don't have the same deep family roots and connections as you do, buddy. And that's a wake-up call for whites and blacks. If we don't see, whites and blacks want to hate each other. All they do all day in Wisconsin, right? This what a lot of white guys do. They'll size you up. Like they trying to picture themselves in a fight with you. That's what they do. And you could not even be thinking about it, but they give off that vibe, so it makes you think about it too. I mean, whites and blacks think they each other's enemy when they not. That's just part of the gaslight of Satan. They want blacks and whites to think that we each other enemy, while these other guys, they work as a team and take over stuff. Like one of the one I said, make fun of people that play the lottery. It was a guy from a whole nother country that was working for him, right? You know what he did? He liked it his work, so he was buying another store. He said, I'm gonna let you be a partner. I'm gonna give you a certain percentage and you gonna run it, but you gotta split this. So they put the other guy in the other store, and now he's doing better, man. And that was one of the guys, I like that guy, man. Like, I always speak to him and stuff when I see him. He's a likable guy, a good dude. They made him a partner. Man, why does these people keep doing this? They made him a partner, and now he has his own store. When have you ever heard black people do that? You know what black people do? Front each other off. You know what black people do? Kill each other. You know what black people do? Get large settlement and don't look out for even their immediate family members. You know what black people do? Win large amounts of money and don't look out for their immediate family members. Black people had this attitude that they everything that white people say, they believe it. And sometimes while they doing this, they want to talk this pro-black stuff. Dude, I'm not listening to that talk from everybody. I'm just not. I cut a couple people out and stopped talking to them as much because I got tired of them talking that pro-black stuff, but ain't nothing pro-black about them. That stuff is annoying, man. I'll listen to it if you really like that and really about that. But a lot of people ain't. I respect people more who, like it's a couple YouTubers that I respect for that reason. Like, yeah, they not all off in the blacks, but they don't try to play that role like they are. Because there's a couple YouTubers, that's why I don't like them. That's one of the main, black this, black that. But then you take up for white people, you come against black people. I would respect you more if you just stayed out of it. If you just stayed out of it, I would respect you more than you come out trying to protect racists. But when they talk that pro-black stuff, but then out of the side of their mouth, you gotta pull yourself up by the bootstrap. Okay, is these Indians pulling themselves up by the bootstrap? Is these Nigerians pulling themselves up by the bootstrap? They be getting rich too, y'all. Make no mistake about it. I know, because I deliver packages to them. Make no mistake about it. They get rich. Living all out in the suburbs and stuff. Are they all pulling themselves up by the bootstraps? Or are they able to live with somebody till they pull themselves up? Or are they able to work for somebody until they pull their bootstraps up? See, a lot of black people, they be needing a job. I'm gonna show you the other side. Some black people be needing a job, and then won't nobody give them a chance because they black. That happens. You can't tell me it don't, because people have done that to me. My experience, I had the experience, I had good interviews, and they still went with non-blacks. You can't tell me people ain't doing this. It's not an excuse, you just gotta keep fighting. But at the same time, y'all better learn how to fight. So you can have 100 fights. But if you don't know how to fight, you ain't gonna be winning them. You gotta know how to fight. And one of the ways that Americans need to learn to fight is to stop all this crazy stuff, killing each other, being perverts, being drug addicts, and realize that while you doing all of this, people is coming over here in this country getting rich. You know why? Because this is still first world. This is still a country where you can get rich. And I made mistakes myself. But I told y'all I'm getting back to how I used to do things. Because some of the ways I had before I came into the faith were effective business-wise. I tried to do what other people do. I tried to go job route and live off of job money one job, all that. And then if you make the slightest financial mismanagement mistake, now you in the hole. And when you in the hole, it's hard to get out. You either have to file bankruptcy or you're going to start losing stuff. Because, y'all got to excuse me, it seems like this air is dry. Because you got a job. If your job raises and promotions don't keep up with the U.S. economy, then the way you make it is by being frugal and working and developing other incomes. That's how they become dude, I already know what they do, man. They done told me. When they like you, they'll tell you. They'll come over here and they'll either work a job or they'll drive Uber and Lyft and stuff like that. Deliver pizzas, whatever they got to do. And while they doing it, they'll have a family friend or something that they can live rent-free or reduce costs. Once they start piling up their money, then they start branching out. They'll move around other people in their race and around in the suburbs. You rarely ever see them in the hood. And after that, the next thing, that's when they start opening businesses. Start opening convenience stores, liquor stores. They be in the hotels. They in the grocery store. They in the restaurants. They be opening franchise. They be buying restaurant franchises. And then they ship the money overseas. They get huge tax breaks. And they don't hire that many Americans. They be like, oh yeah, you can work for me. Take them cardboard boxes out and sweep my floor. And I'll give you $50, $20. You better wake up and realize what's happening. I done woke up. I ain't got no car note no more. I ain't got no car note. I done woke up. But gotta go. We'll be back. We will be back. Listen, we gotta start getting more business minded. You say, man, I just don't want to have no business. Okay. What are you gonna do to increase your net worth? What are you gonna do to put up for your kids? You can start today. You can start today. Start small. What are you gonna do? We gotta get like them. If you don't got no kids, you don't want no kids, okay. You got a nephew you close to? You got a cousin you close to? Pass it on to them. You still done passed it on. But anyway, thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.